Veterans Memorial Medical Center in Quezon City is ready for the transfer of former President and now Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo from the St. Luke's Medical Center in Taguig on Wednesday. PNP spokesman Chief Superintendent Agrimero Cruz Jr. said only 10 vehicles will be allowed to join in the convoy during the transfer. Meantime, Cruz said during the weekly communication and news exchange forum that CCTV cameras would be installed at the hospital as part of its security measures, while the PNP would be imposing a 4-layer control point system for Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's visitor at the VMMC, whereas visitors will be subjected to inspections, clearance, documentation, and surrender of items which are not allowed inside the presidential suite, and lastly, a metal detector for final inspection. The Committee on Justice of the House of Representatives has voted 40-7 to affirm the sufficiency and substance of the impeachment complaint against Supreme Court Associate Justice Mariano del Castillo because of plagiarism allegations. This is in contrary to the resolution of the Supreme Court that Del Castillo is not liable for plagiarism of a certain court decision. Meantime, House Minority Floor Leader Representative Ed Selegman said that such action by the majority of the lower house is a bad precedent and a timing for more partisan tirades against the High Court.
It gives political support to the relentless assault of President Aquino against the Supreme Court, particularly Chief Justice Renato Corona and the majority of the court. It portends of more tirades and adverse actions against the Supreme Court. Kailangan yata abangan niyo yung susunod, di ba?
The Court of Tax Appeals rescheduled the arraignment of former military comptroller Jacinto Ligot and his wife Erlinda to January 16, 2012 due to pending motions filed before the court. It can be remembered that last March, the Bureau of Internal Revenue sued the Ligots before the Department of Justice for alleged tax evasion charges. According to the BIR, the Ligot couple owed the government some 428 million pesos in unpaid taxes from 2001 to 2004. On Wednesday, the House minority slammed President Benigno Aquino III as to what the House minority calls his public tantrum on the first Criminal Justice Summit held on Monday. In a statement, Zambales Representative Mitos Magsaysay said that the President Aquino's statement against Chief Justice Renato Corona is rude. Magsaysay added that this is not only the first time that President Aquino was irked by the presence of Chief Justice Renato Corona, but earlier at the 30th anniversary of the Makati Business Club last week, he displayed the same contempt for the High Court. Meantime, the House minority commends Chief Justice Corona for holding his ground during Criminal Justice Summit on Monday.
As we deplore the President's rude behavior and the threats he leveled against his peers in government, we must also commend the Chief Justice for behaving as a model of calmness, sobriety, and dignity.
In the latest Pulse Asia survey, 29.4% of the 1,200 respondents has named Department of Justice Secretary Leila de Lima as one of their top senatorial bets in the coming 2013 midterm polls. But despite her high popularity ranking and an invitation from the Liberal Party, de Lima says that she is not yet decided in running this 2013 and would like to focus on her job as DOJ chief first. Meantime, other public figures who topped the said survey include Senator Francis Cheese Escudero, Senator Loren Legarda, Transportation and Communications Secretary Manuel Mar Rojas II, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, former Vice President Noli De Castro, San Juan City Representative Joseph Victor J.V. Ejercito, Senator Gregorio Honasan, Cagayan Representative Juan Ponce Enrile Jr., and Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel. President Benigno Aquino III said he would approve the 1.8 trillion peso national budget for 2012 by December 15 to make sure that various programs and projects of the government will be released by January. Aquino had tasked his economic team last Tuesday to monitor the release and absorption of the budget by the various departments and agencies. Moreover, the president said that the administration is preparing the country for the slowdown in the growth in Asian countries due to the global economic crisis.
President Benigno Aquino III has expressed that he is willing to have a talk with the Supreme Court Chief Justice and Arroyo appointee Renato Corona through the intervention of the Catholic bishops. However, Aquino has also pointed out that even if a conversation takes place between him and Corona, it will not stop his administration from questioning certain Supreme Court decisions that blocked certain orders from the Malacanang. The president added that the executive and judiciary are co-equals and that they must check and balance each other as well as the legislative branch.
President Benigno Aquino III has announced that as of Wednesday, the police and military have not received any security threats this Yuletide season. However, the Philippine National Police, together with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, will still maintain the heightened security alert level in Metro Manila and other tourist destinations this season to ensure peace and order. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad denies brutal killings of own countrymen. And rock bands Red Hot Chili Peppers and Guns N' Roses finally make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. These and more stories when Newsforce